Hi, welcome to Made to Heal with Angela Brown. So, I am going to talk about a healing tool that will help us, and I'm going to tie it in with a talk that I recently heard. And it's just something that will help us when we think on the past, go in a healthy manner to move into a healthy future. So, I am going to talk about first my 12-week online course. It is 50% off for the first 20 that enroll. It is starts June 24th and goes to September 9th. It's an hour to an hour and a half long each Monday, and you get visuals and meeting with like-minded people. And each week there's homework to go instill the lessons that I'm going over and the tools and the techniques. And then also you get a 15-minute one-on-one phone call with me in helping you in your healing journey. So click on the link in the comments below for that. Yesterday I listened to a talk, and this morning was listening and focusing on a talk called A Record of Things of Both Which I have seen and heard. I might butcher the title, but I'll leave the link in the comments below. But it was by Brent H. Nielsen, and he talks about the importance of remembering. So, in my healing journey, that is a big thing that has helped me. I have been able to look on the past, and which I always did look on the past, right? A lot of the times I'd look on the past, but it was more of in regret and sorrow, guilt, shame, whatever that is. But it's okay to look on the past if you're going to use it in a building ways that build your soul, your spirit. So recording, like writing in a journal, just writing, the power of writing is incredible. When we write things, we will be able to remember. A lot of people are not note takers, and then there's a lot of people that are note takers. So if you're not a note taker when you're in a class to retain things, that's okay. You learn a different style. But for me, I'm one that I take notes. The more I write down, the more I remember. But even if you're not a note taker, taking the time out to journal and to help you remember like the blessings that God has given you, the miracles. I know we have all had, and I've heard some people are like, oh, I don't know, I've never had any miracles happen in my life, nothing spectacular. I want to challenge you to look back on any time you felt a miracle take place. That could be an unanswered prayer. That could be an answered prayer. Miracles are just, if we are outside in nature, we see it all the time if we allow our eyes to open. So just recording the miracles and what we notice around ourselves is healing. It helps us to remember. When we record it, then we're like, oh, I remember a time where I felt that and I wrote about that. And it brings it to our memory. In the scriptures, it talks about remembering who you are. So we lose sight of who we are and whose we are, and we just start, you know, living our life in a mundane way, or we don't feel purpose and meaning. But when it's the people that have purpose and meaning, that they know there's a bigger force within them that's working within them, and it's God. God and Christ are within us, and they help us move forward in our life mission and purpose. So I'm a big advocator of writing. Writing is a healing tool. It's a tool that we can use to write down blessings, write down things that we've been grateful for, writing down things that we have struggled with, writing down what we have felt pain-wise, our trials, whatever it is, and then what helped you get through that, or whatever it is that comes to mind, putting your heart into your writing. When you write, and a lot of people are, oh, that's not me, I don't like to write or whatever, but I encourage you, it's healing when we can get from our mind, we can pull what's in our mind and pull what's in our heart and come together and put it out on paper, and it's very healing. If you haven't tried it, you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But if you have written to get things off of your mind and your heart, and down onto paper, it's healing. It's a release. It's a form of detox, right? We detox our bodies physically, and we can detox emotionally, like detoxing emotions, and that's a way we can detox our emotions is through writing. Maybe you're feeling really frustrated with something that has happened in the past and you just want to let it go. That is what I call write and burns, or write and shred, whatever you want to do. You write it, you get it off your chest. Maybe there's somebody that you sure would want to give a piece of your mind of how they made you feel, and you don't know how to do it. So just writing, and you don't know how to do it, you can't do it in person, but you can do it on paper. And when we do it on paper, we don't hold back. We are going to just let it out and release, and it is so healing. So even writing, so just getting the negative stuff off of our minds and hearts and down onto paper, and then shred, burn. So, and then on the flip side, we can write our blessings and what we're grateful for, and just the things that we stand in awe of, and like looking back on the miracles and the blessings that have taken place, and to go back to be able to share that with your families at a family reunion, or share that with your families on an evening where you're just all sitting around. And these are healing moments. They're teaching moments too. And things that you think, oh, that wasn't a big deal for me, it's going to be a huge deal for somebody to get them through their heart, through their challenges. So keeping a record of our thoughts and feelings, you can do it in a formal journal, or you could just grab a notebook, and it doesn't have to say the word journal on a book, leather bound and fancy. You can I have several types of journals and several different notebooks, and so you can have journals for different things. Maybe a journal, blessings and gratitude journal, maybe a get things off my chest journal, maybe a prayer journal. I've had a prayer journal, and that has been so healing, and I have seen so many miracles just by having a prayer journal. That is where I wrote out my prayers to God, and then I would have God talk back to me. Super healing to go back and read those, and just the power of writing is healing. Don't ever underestimate it. Forgiveness, forgiving ourselves through a letter. You don't want to think of more than 11 things, but 5 to 11 bullet points that you just want to forgive yourself over. Write it, and then burn it. Write all of it, because it's heavy, and it's going to be a cry session. Bring a box of Kleenex, because it's going to be a lot of healing. But once you get it off your chest and from your heart, you're able to move forward. So, God bless. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Integrate the power of writing and what it can do to change your life, to record and to remember both things that you have seen and heard. And maybe it's not just from yourself. Maybe it's a miracle you saw in the sky, or a miracle take place in somebody else's life. Write it and record it and remember it. And his talk, which I'm going to put in the links below too, Brent H. Nielsen, it's incredible, so read it because it ties God into it, and it's a beautiful message. And again, like and subscribe. God bless, and until next time, bye.